Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, Camp David Summit was held in which of the following countries? USA, India, China or Russia? The correct answer is option A, USA. Recently, US President Joe Biden hosted Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol for the first ever joint summit at Camp David, a presidential retreat in the US state of Maryland on Friday. Camp David is a site that American presidents have used historically to host foreign leaders. The leaders agreed to deepen military and economic ties and condemned China for its dangerous and aggressive behavior. The main objective of this summit is to broaden cooperation in the Indo-Pacific and deepen economic and technological cooperation. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding 𝐸𝐏𝐿 Dark Sky Reserve. 1. It is set up in the Great Indian Desert of Rajasthan. 2. The International Dark Sky Association is a US-based non-profit that designates places as International Dark Sky Places. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, a Coimbatore team came back from their first visit to 𝐸𝐿 Dark Sky Reserve. The Department of Science and Technology has set up India's first Dark Sky Reserve in 𝐸𝐿, Ladakh. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The International Dark Sky Association is a US-based non-profit that designates places as International Dark Sky Places, parks, sanctuaries and reserves depending on the criteria they meet. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It is located atop Mount Saraswati in the Neelamkhul Plain in the 𝐸𝐿 Valley of Changthang. The Himalayan Chandra Telescope, High Energy Gamma Ray Telescope, the Major Atmospheric Cherenkov Experiment Telescope and Growth India are prominent telescopes located at the 𝐸𝐿 Observatory. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, recently the term Pines Demon was in the news. It is related to killer pine trees, thorny forest of Amazon, group of stars or collective excitation of electrons. The correct answer is option D, collective excitation of electrons. Recently, the researchers at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign in the US have found the elusive Pines demon in a sample of less studied metal strontium ruthenate. Pines demon, or simply demon, is a collective excitation of electrons that corresponds to electrons in different energy bands moving out of phase with each other. Demons were originally theorized in 1956 by David Pines in the context of multi-band metals with two energy bands, a heavy electron band with a large effective mass. Equivalently, a demon corresponds to counter-propagating currents of electrons from different bands. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding YouTube. 1. It is headquartered in San Bruno, California. 2. Google bought the site in November 2008. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, YouTube announced it is testing a new feature on Android devices that will allow users to search songs by humming the tune of the song. YouTube is an American online video sharing platform headquartered in San Bruno, California. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It was founded by 3 former PayPal employees, Chad Hurley, Steve Shen, and Javed Karim in February 2005. Google bought the site in November 2006 for $1.65 billion US. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. As of October 2020, YouTube is the second most popular website in the world behind Google according to Alexa Internet. YouTube supposedly joined PRISM, the US NASA's online surveillance program, in 2010. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding gene technology. 1. The technique of polymerase chain reaction enables the amplification of DNA segments. 2. Somatic gene therapy involves only modifying germline cells to correct inherited genetic disorders. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, scientists have been successful in the sequencing of the enigmatic male Y chromosome. The polymerase chain reaction is indeed a technique facilitating the replication of DNA fragments. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Somatic gene therapy primarily targets non-germline cells for rectifying genetic anomalies. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The very first genetically modified organism, GMO for short, was actually a bacteria back in 1973. Insulin-producing GMO bacteria became a thing in 1982 and were quickly commercialized. Some of the most common genetic engineering test subjects are mice and zebrafish. GM scientists can even build complete chromosomes in the lab. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Amazon forest. 1. The Amazon rainforest covers an enormous 6.7 million square kilometers. 2. The Amazon is thought to be home to 10% of known species on the earth. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Brazilian Space Research Center (INPE) said that carbon emissions in the Amazon forest soared in 2019 and 2020 compared to the previous decade due to poor enforcement of environmental protection policies. The Amazon rainforest covers an enormous 6.7 million square kilometers, spanning 8 countries and 1 overseas territory in South America and representing an area twice the size of India, or roughly 28 times the size of the UK. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Amazon is thought to be home to 10% of known species on the earth, and incredibly, a new species of animal or plant is discovered in the Amazon every other day on average. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The Amazon is home to 47 million people, including more than 2 million indigenous people. An estimated 150 to 200 billion tons of carbon are stored in the Amazon's forest and soils. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, in the context of Indian biodiversity, what is the IUCN status of black eagle? Least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, or endangered? The correct answer is option A, least concern. Recently, a rare black eagle has been spotted for the first time in the lush Cheal Wildlife Sanctuary located in Himachal Pradesh, Solan district. It belongs to the family Accipitridae and is the only member of the genus Ystinatus. They are found in the Indian states of Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir, forest of the eastern and western Ghats in peninsular India. The IUCN status of black eagle is least concern. They soar over forests in the hilly regions of tropical and subtropical South and Southeast Asia as well as southeastern China. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Rajguru. 1. He was involved in the assassination of John Saunders. 2. He was associated with the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Union Home Minister paid his tributes to the great freedom fighter Rajguru on his birth anniversary on 24 August. He was born in 𝐏𝐻, which was located at the bank of river Bhim near Pune, and 𝐏𝐻 was renamed Rajguru Nagar in his honor. Shivram Hari Rajguru was an Indian revolutionary from Maharashtra who was part of the assassination of British police officer John Saunders. Hence, statement 1 is correct. He was an active member of the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association along with Bhagat Singh and Sukhdev Thapar. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. 1. It is a quasi-judicial commission established under the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. 2. It is headed by a sitting or a retired judge of the Supreme Court of India. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission dismissed an appeal filed by Cloudtail India Private Limited. It is a quasi-judicial commission in India that was set up in 1988 under the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The commission is headed by a sitting or a retired judge of the Supreme Court of India or a sitting or retired Chief Justice of the High Court. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The Central Council is headed by the Minister in charge of the Department of Consumer Affairs in the central government, and the State Council is headed by the Minister in charge of Consumer Affairs in the state governments. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, Mylara cult was recently seen in the news. It is associated with which of the following states or union territories? Madhya Pradesh and Haryana, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Assam, or Karnataka and Maharashtra? The correct answer is option D, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Recently, the discovery of two sculptures at Barsur in Udupi district of Karnataka has proved that the ancient Mailara cult existed in the coastal region. Mailara is a folk deity identified as a manifestation of Lord Shiva. This deity, commonly known as Mailara in Karnataka and as Khandoba in Maharashtra, has a plethora of other names as well, such as Khanderao and Khandnatha. This cult is prevalent in the southern part of India, including Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements regarding the Fujiwara effect. 1. The effect occurs around the common center of the two cyclones. 2. It is the interaction between two cyclones spinning in the same direction. 3. The occurrence of the Fujiwara effect can forecast cyclonic systems. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the United States West Coast witnessed Hurricane Hilary, when two hurricanes or cyclones spinning in the same direction, when brought close together, begin an intense dance around their common center. This interaction is called the Fujiwara effect. Hence, statement 2 is correct. If two storms of similar strengths pass by each other, they may gravitate towards each other until they reach a common center and merge, or merely spin each other around for a while before shooting off on their own paths. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The occurrence of the Fujiwara effect also makes cyclonic systems harder to predict. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding the Yasuni National Park. 1. It is located in Peru. 2. It was designated a World Biosphere Reserve by the IUCN. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.